So like Paddington, Christopher Robin is about a lovable bear who goes to London. So Pooddington?
People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
Christopher Robin. So Christopher Robin is the story of, it's the story of Christopher Robin, the main person, the boy from the books and movies of Winnie the Pooh. And this is about him growing up, and then Pooh comes back to help. Pooh needs Christopher Robin's help to find his friends. And we're back here today. We're back in the garage background because I'm still here. But when I saw the trailer, I imagined a movie that I would find great because of all the nostalgic references to Winnie the Pooh. I grew up with Winnie the Pooh. It's my childhood. I probably watched the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh like 7 times. So all the references in here, I caught them all. When the Rotten Tomatoes score hit, it was 56%. And I didn't get that happy because I was like, great, Disney, why did you mess up Winnie the Pooh? It's officially proof. Disney's not paying critics. Because maybe on A Wrinkle in Time, if they were even being paid on A Wrinkle in Time, they're not being paid because the movie's really bad and it has a bad Rotten Tomatoes score. That makes sense. But the thing is that I feel like some critics are being paid to give this movie bad reviews. Christopher Robin is a great movie. Yep, I said I really liked this movie. I liked almost everything about it. Not everything. There were a lot of things I didn't like. But I mainly really liked this movie. Owen McGregor as Christopher Robin was great. And I really liked it. I'm just going to talk about all the individual characters from Winnie the Pooh, like all the characters that feature in this movie, like Kangaroo. Yes, that's a character. If anybody's wondering, is it Kangaroo? There's Kangaroo. That's the kangaroo and the little son. The mom is named Kanga, and the son is named Roo. Clever. First off, I liked Pooh. I'm not sure who voiced him. I probably should feel dumb for that, but I'm gonna look it up. No, I'm not. Whoever voiced Winnie the Pooh was perfect. It was exactly the Winnie the Pooh I remember when I was a kid. Then there's Tigger, who I really liked. There's he's just classic Tigger. He's bouncing around. It is Tigger. Eeyore's all sad all the time. Every character was done right in this movie. Every character is what I always thought of them as. Pooh as just a likable little bear who always has a simple look on life, and he's really happy. Tigger as someone who's always excited. He's always jumping around. He's always just really excited to do things. And then I always saw Piglet as the scared one. I never actually saw personality in Kanga and Roo, but I always saw Rabbit as the, just kind of this little more strict person. And I saw Owl as the very wise person. Also, this is everything I imagined the movie to be. Now, I do have to say one thing. For the first half of this movie, or I guess the beginning part, before Christopher Robin meets up again with his friend, with all the Winnie the Pooh characters, I was kind of bored. The pacing was a bit off during pretty much the whole movie. It was a bit slow for me. Like, it was pretty slow. And at the beginning, I was just kind of bored, and I was like, I get that we have to show that he grew up, but do we really need to do it this way? But there were a lot of references thrown at us, Winnie the Pooh fans, and I caught most of them. Also, since I'm like having a family reunion right now, I just had a bunch of people there, so I got popcorn for the first time. We also went to a different theater, a really expensive theater at that. This movie also has a lot of really funny jokes. I thought the way they handled every character was funny. Like, Eeyore was throwing jokes at you all the time. He's hilarious. Pooh is funny. Every character in this movie was really funny. Also, if you say this movie isn't likable, I feel like you're wrong entirely. Like, it's objectively just such a likable movie. It's just such a likable movie. Like, all the characters are likable. I watched this movie and I like what's unfolding in front of me. I didn't know this movie existed until trailer 1 came out. Like, I knew it existed. I just knew there was a Christopher Robin movie coming out, but it wasn't in my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year. I have a video. That video actually does exist. You can check that out if you want. But this movie was not on that list. And now that I see it, it probably would have been on that list. Like, I probably would have switched. I probably would have put Ant-Man and the Wasp was spot up and put Christopher Robin at number 10, so he'd barely make it on this list. But this was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I guess now it's one of my most anticipated of the summer, but it was up there. Also, I really like the relationship Christopher Robin had with his family. I like the family in general. I like the aspect of it. I didn't really find the characters interesting. The little girl's kind of just a little girl, and then the mom is just kind of a mom. But I really like the relationship that they have with each other. Like, it's mainly the relationship between Christopher Robin and his daughter. I love the relationship there because he's always at work. I know we've seen this before, but this is the movie that actually does that right, where it's like the father that's always at work and he never gets to see his daughter. This movie does that right. And actually, yesterday we're gonna go rock climbing, and then we're about to go rock climbing. Then it started raining, and then we're like, great, what are we gonna do? So then we're just like, hey, why don't we see Christopher Robin? The reason why I'm actually later to this movie than I wanted to be, I wanted to see it yesterday night, but it wasn't even showing at the theater I work at, or the theater I always go to. It wasn't even showing there. And you might be thinking, oh, so I guess they're not showing any movies this weekend. No, they're showing The Spy Who Dumped Me. And they're showing The Darkest Minds before this movie. Which I think I'm going to watch The Darkest Minds. I might not, but it might happen. Because in the end, Christopher Robin was a movie I found a bit slow and a bit boring towards the beginning. But it was everything my mind imagined Christopher Robin to be. It had all the nostalgic references. And everything I really wanted it to have. Ewan McGregor was great. Ewan McGregor is just such a great actor. All the characters were really likable. Eeyore was really good. I just liked all the characters in this movie. Maybe this pacing was a bit off through the whole movie. And there was only really one interesting character, and that's Christopher Robin. And then I like the relationship with him and his daughter. But overall, this is a really good movie. I'm going to give Christopher Robin an 8. So I told you everything I predicted it to be. I know that 8 was not... I know that 8 wasn't white. It had to be. The poster's white. Alright, so Christopher Robin, what do you guys think on it? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. I probably won't be here for my next review, because next review I'm going to review is Shark Week. So on Sunday I'll start a review for Jaws, and I'll go through the whole week. I'll review all the Jaws movies, and I'll review one special shark movie at the end. Then I'll review The Meg. A Darkest Minds review might come out in that area. Darkest Minds is just a movie I'm thinking about seeing. I'm not sure I'm going to see it. But yeah, see you guys next time.